So we got a unique situation. Let's see here. This customer, let's turn some lights on, huh? All right. Come on. Alrighty, so there we go. This customer, they have two identical computers, which is unusual. So I'm just going to swap out the SSD on this machine, or it might be a hard drive, and the customer is going to get their data off of the machine. I guess this customer has one personal machine and one professional and one personal. So these two machines are the Acer, what is this? The Acer model numbers AN515-43-R0YM as in Mike. Manufactured 2016. Oh, that's interesting. They're both the same model number, but they're the one in my hand is 2 years newer. That's interesting. Okay, so it's an Acer swap. The model numbers are identical, so this should work without issue. Hot surface, do not touch. Right. Yeah. Look at that. It says hot surface, do not touch. It's okay to put on your lap because it's a laptop, but do not touch. All right, so again, customer needs either hard drive or SSD swap from one machine to another. Let's do it. Alrighty, so there we go. Two identical machines. These gaming rigs, they're bigger and more powerful, but their construction is more straightforward, so they're easier to work with, even though the parts are generally bigger. So we're going to open up this machine. You can't quite see what's up. There we go. Let's see if this helps. There we go. Now you can see everything. We're going to pull the drive out of one and swap it with the other. The model number seems to be identical, so we shouldn't have any compatibility limitations. Alrighty. Pull this out. What I'm hoping is that we only have to swap out one machine. So basically the motherboard is bad on his primary machine. Alrighty. Pull that out of there. Okay, good. So now I should be able to pop this entire bottom off and do the same thing with the other machine. We got one bad. Okay, I'm trying to. Come on. All right, I'm having trouble popping this bottom off. Let's see if I can do this gently here. Ah, there we go. Good. Okay. So now that I pop this lid off, where's our SSD? Okay, good. So it looks like this particular machine has a 256 gig SSD, has the option for a SATA drive, whether it's an SSD or mechanical drive. It could go here. Let's just see what the replacement machine has. We're going to move the lid for one, and then move the lid for the other. Alrighty. Ordinarily, I'd say organizing screws is critical, but in this case, they're all the same size. So we're going to open up this identical machine. Of course, every time I try to do this, there we go. Okay, so all we're going to do is swap out that SSD, and the customer will then be able to log in and grab their stuff. Alright, so I'm going to pull this out, do the same thing. This is an Acer Nitro, by the way. Yeah, Nitro 5, that's what they call this thing. I gave you the model number earlier, but that's what they call this thing as a marketing name. There we go, good. So I took out all those screws. And now all we're going to do, because of a bad hard drive, or bad motherboard, I mean, I swap out the SSD. I'm going to keep these covers separately because technically they're the same model, but the serial numbers are different, and one is 2 years older than the other. So all I'm going to do, let's see if I can unplug the battery first. You can do it on the other one also. Let's see here. Unplug the battery first. I just did that. You didn't see it on camera, but I just did the same thing to the other machine. Remove the SSD. It doesn't like that screwdriver. Some of these screws are a little more finicky than others when it comes to Phillips head screwdrivers. So let me find another screwdriver. Alrighty. Nope, doesn't like that one. Some of these Phillips head screws are just a little finicky. Let's see, all we're doing is this one works, there we go. So yeah, we are just doing an SSD swap. So we're going to take good, there we go. I'm going to just swap out both drives just for the sake of organization so I don't lose parts or complicate the customer. I'm telling him what he's got in his hand. He doesn't necessarily need to take special control of an SSD. If I'm skilled enough or smart enough to just say, hey, just keep it all one part. So now that I've swapped out one SSD, I'm going to put the original SSD back in the other machine. So what I've essentially done to each is swap out the drives. from two identical machines. For 2 seconds I misplaced this screw. Let's see. Alright. So one of these machines does not boot like the other. Annoying. What you can't see on camera is that I'm struggling with the other one. I'm doing the same thing for organizational purposes. SSD M2, it's the stock Hynix brand, which I see on pretty much all the brands of computers. Good, 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 good. So now I'm going to put the original cover on the original cover, original computer I mean, and then I'm going to put the original cover over here, and I think the customer did not give me the power cable, so let's hope we have enough battery. He didn't leave me the power cable, did he? Let's see, I'm going to have to call him.
Hello?
Hi, it's Chris, the computer guy.
Oh, is it done?
Well, did you bring me, you didn't leave me the power cable, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, because neither one is turning on, so I'm going to need to plug it in to test. But yeah, the work's done, basically.
Okay, I'll come right now, okay?
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. So there you go. I can't test the work I just did because I didn't even think to ask the customer to leave his power cable because I was distracted. That's the way it goes. So basically all I did is I got two identical machines. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Essentially, an SSD swap. Customer states that one of the motherboards is bad, so we're just going to swap out the drive, and that's pretty much it. Alrighty. Alright, so you saw me do the physical labor. I will be back probably later. You know what? Tomorrow. I'm done for the day. It's been a bit of a long day. I spent the first half of the day driving home. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a great day, everyone. If you've never been here before, I film the work whenever it's possible. Today, I did a video swapping out a power charger outlet for a Dell Inspiron 15-3000 and got distracted. But that was done, and that was maybe a 5 or 10 minute fix. And then, of course, this video is doing a SSD swap on the Nitro.